Hours away now from the first presidential debate of 2024. A live look right now at CNN studios where the two candidates will face off tonight right here in Atlanta. Good afternoon and welcome to 11 Alive News at 4. I'm Jonathan Martin. My co-anchor Faith Jesse, as you can see, is live in Midtown where we are waiting for the big debate later tonight. And Faith, I know you've been inside the spin room today talking with leaders and supporters on both sides.
Jonathan, it's so great to be with you here in the spin room. We are at Georgia Tech, CNN right across the street, and that's where that debate will be happening. But the reason we're here in the spin room, a little different than a debate than many of you have seen in the past, there's not going to be an audience tonight. So there are going to be two candidates on the stage in a studio. But take a look here. This is a look at the spin room right now, a little bit more busy than what you're looking at right now. But that red carpet, that is where all of the different surrogates, you're going to see senators, you're going to see campaign officials, you're going to see people with both camps who are there giving the message for former President Trump and President Biden. Sometimes the candidates themselves come in. Who knows if that'll happen? But we did catch up with a couple of those people. One of those is our governor, Governor Kemp. And we took the time to ask him, you know what, there's a lot of people out there who do not like either of these candidates. What is your message to them? We do know that he is going to be supporting former President Donald Trump. His message to them is that, hey, you know what? You have three choices: Trump, Biden, or the couch.
People want to vote for somebody they like. And I think in the last election, that's one reason that people, I think, like Joe Biden more than Donald Trump for different reasons. But I don't think that's the case now. I think people are very disgruntled with Joe Biden because of his policies. And at the end of the day, they're not going to be voting on, moral issues in this election. I think they're going to be voting on pocketbook issues. And at the end of the day, you only got a few choices here, right? You can not vote. You can vote for Donald Trump or you can vote for Joe Biden. And I just think a lot of undecided voters and people that may not like either candidate are going to vote for that person that they feel like is going to put me in a better position 4 years from now than I'm in today. And that's why I think they'll vote for Donald Trump.
We'll hear from more of the governor coming up in later shows. But let's talk about this debate prep. We've heard from both camps. Yesterday, I actually spoke with Trump's national press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, about his untraditional way of preparing for this debate.
Having rallies across the country. He's given 3 hours long speeches in 3 different cities over the past week to crowds of thousands of people. He's taken questions directly from voters. We saw him do that in a cheesesteak shop in Philadelphia last weekend. Unlike Joe Biden, who is hiding away at Camp David and it has not held one publicly scheduled event in the past week.
And TJ Ducklo, who's with the Biden campaign, he had an answer to that. I asked him, hey, why hasn't Biden been out campaigning? And he said, you know what? He is preparing for this debate. He's ready to put everything on the floor. Take a listen.
Donald Trump, who's been doing a pretty good job of staying in Mar-a-Lago and not hitting the campaign trail. President Biden has been crisscrossing the country, hitting the ground, and our campaign has been investing in battleground states because, look, this is going to be a close election, and that's what's going to make the difference in a close election. Who is hitting the ground? Who is investing the kind of resources that are required to win in a close election? Donald Trump is either in court, falling asleep at Mar-a-Lago at the buffet line, or just not doing anything at all. But I think while President Biden was preparing for the debate this week, Donald Trump was doing literally nothing.
So as you can see, some shots fired there from
Ernest,
both camps. There's definitely going to be some more shots fired on the debate stage. But right now, we want to get a better look at where President Biden has touched down. Brittany Kleinpeter live for us there. Brittany, what is the scene looking like out there?
Good afternoon, Faith. It is loud behind me, and that's because we are literally 150 feet from Air Force One. President Joe Biden's plane did land within the last hour, and this is where we were standing to witness all of it. I want you to go ahead and take a look at the video that we did shoot just before 3 p.m. today. The president's plane did land right on time, according to the schedule provided to us from Secret Service, dressed in all blue from his suit to his tie, and of course, wearing his iconic aviator sunglasses that we've seen him in time and time again. He got off the plane, waved to news crews waiting along the tarmac, and then was welcomed by a crowd of Atlanta leaders, including Andre Dickens, Andrew Young, Stacey Abrams, just to name a few of that crowd. We were told that we will be taken over to where FLOTUS is landing. She is supposed to be landing in the next hour, and as soon as I finish talking to you here, we're going to make our way walking over there, and I hope to bring you a look at her arrival coming up in the next hour. Reporting from Dobbins Air Force Base, Brittany Kleinpeter, 11 Alive News.
Well, Brittany, thank you so much for that. And because we are seeing all of these very important people come into Atlanta, that is going to cause some congestion on the roads, especially in Midtown, where we are right now.